You're listening to Fountain of Thought with your host, Dennis Fountain. One small step for man, one giant leap for America. Today's special guest star, Sonny Rain.
This show contains adult themes and language. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, Sonny, how you doing today? Would you mind zipping up, please? It's embarrassing. Zip that up. Come on. Welcome to... Is that your actual toilet? Did you record your actual toilet? No. It sure sounds like it.
It is.
Why is it still running? Jiggle the handle. Will you jiggle the handle? Jiggle it. Come on. There. All right, it's getting better. Thank you. Phew. Welcome to Fountain of Thought. Yeah, you know, where we talk about anything and everything. Just imagine your favorite morning DJs without all that annoying music.
All that annoying music.
You get flushes instead. Great. Remember to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fountain of Thought or tweet us at TalkFOT and Gmail us at talkfot@gmail.com. I'm a little taken back by the flush, you know. But I've got some big news for you. Big news. Big news.
We like big news.
This is big giant news, okay? I was mistaken.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't wrong, but I was mistaken.
What?
Yes, I'm admitting it. I am
Call 911. I got chest pains.
I am saying that I was mistaken. I did some research, and Regis Philbin was the host the first season of AGT, and I said I didn't think he was, that I thought it was Jerry Springer. But you were correct. It was Regis Philbin.
I would like you to say you are right.
I'm right. So that's the huge news. Huge. It's going to be huge. It's the huge news for
that
this.
That just made my show.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. The next big news I have for you is, are you aware that Monopoly is discontinuing the thimble piece on their Monopoly board?
And why would that be?
Apparently they took a vote. They want to modernize it a little bit, and they took a vote, a public vote, and people voted to get rid of the thimble. So the thimble is leaving. The next edition that comes out this fall, 2017, of the Monopoly board edition will not have a thimble in it. They have not released what the new piece will be. I guess that's top secret. But they've gotten rid of the thimble because they said that anyone under the age of 50 doesn't know what it is.
I don't think they know what an iron is either.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. But yeah, so the thimble's gone bye-bye. Other news I have is we have hate mail.
Yay!
Woo! Woohoo! So this is a little bit, it's a couple weeks old, and I apologize for this, and it wasn't because I didn't want to talk about it, it's because I didn't know it was there. It went to our website, which I've never mentioned on this show, which is fountainofthought.com. And since I never mentioned it on the show, I didn't realize that people were going there, but apparently they're going there, and this came from that website. So the first piece of hate mail is from Doofus McCrae.
Doofus McCrae.
Yes, I'm sure Doofus does not want us to know who he really is. Doofus says, subject thoughts, message. How much thought goes into the Fountain of Thought? Not much, I think. Well, Doofus, I have to be honest with you, there is much thought that goes into this broadcast, and you would not believe how much thought actually goes into this. I spent probably about 3 hours yesterday just trying to come up with what I was going to speak about today. I do lots of research for the show, and I do put some thought into it. I don't wing anything. I really try to do my research. And as you can tell by admitting I was wrong, I go back and I check things to see if I was incorrect or not.
No,
which is
all kidding aside, you do an incredible job of preparing for the show.
Yeah, right.
So, sorry, Doofus.
Yeah, sorry, Doofus. So the next one comes from Uneasy. And Uneasy's subject is Mariah Carey, and he spelled Carey wrong. He spelled it C-A-R-Y, and it should be E. And I'm just going to chalk that up to a typo, because I'm sure he's smarter than that. And the message reads, "What the hell is the matter with you, Fountain? You can't call Mariah fat and body shame that woman. I used to think you were a god among men, but now after you fat-shamed that poor woman, I will now relegate you to the role of a Twinkie. Let's talk about George Michael. He was an idol of yours? Coming out of the closet finally? I heard you DJ, and you ain't all that, bud. Get over yourself already. Now she is high, fat-shamed, accused of being on drugs, and she looks like a hooker? I'm turning you into the League of Women Voters. You're the one that is unprofessional. Patriots suck, and you ripped off the NFL theme. Drew Bledsoe should still be quarterback, not that cheating, ball-draining Brady. Oh, wait, now you are taking on the NFL? Hey, let's vote for Fountain for the NFL commish. By the way, Patriots will lose the Super Bowl, and we all know what you would do with Mariah if you had the chance. Booyah! Suck this, Fountain. I'm uneasy. And this is episode 1 of the Anti-Fountain Project. Look up my international podcast. That's right, buddy. International. That means big time. I've made it. Let me know when you make it there. Well, let's see. Where do I start with that? First off, if Mariah's fat, then Mariah's fat. Can't help it.
Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
There's no sugarcoating here. I'm just going to tell you the way I see it. And right or wrong, I'm right.
He's going to give you your opinion.
That's right. I'll give you your opinion. I wasn't trying to fat shame the girl. I was just giving you my opinion that the outfit she was wearing was not appropriate. I just didn't think it was. I thought she would have looked much better had she dressed more appropriate. And I'm not saying I don't like girls dressed as hookers, because trust me, sometimes I do. But Mariah Carey just didn't pull it off very well. And George Michael coming out of the closet? What, you have a problem against gay people? I mean, what's up with that? I mean, come on. This is 2017. I don't know. And Drew Bledsoe? Come on. He's just goading me. Get goading me?
Drew Bledsoe retired how many years ago?
5?
Yeah.
5? Was it 5 years ago?
It has to be at least.
By the way, the Patriots aren't going to win the Super Bowl. Come on. We know the Patriots have won the Super Bowl, so you were really wrong in that prediction, Mr. Uneasy. So I apologize for you being uneasy. And I don't know what to tell you. I can't calm your nerves. I can't make you feel any better. You just suck. So, also on a side note, I did try to respond to both of these through email. They left me email addresses, and both of them came back returned to sender.
Return to sender.
Yeah, so they didn't have enough guts to go toe-to-toe with me. So I would ask both of you to give us a shout back. You can email us at talkfot@gmail.com, because I'd like to debate you guys. I really value your opinion. No, seriously, I do. You're a listener, and I appreciate your comments. I like them, good or bad. We will take all comments. But I'd like to delve a little bit further into hear more about your thoughts on this.
Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big?
So
I wonder when I'm going to get my hate mail.
I don't know. But you haven't said anything that offended people. Apparently, they like you. They like you. They hate me. Now, if they really knew us...
Yeah.
Okay. What I want to talk about today is being hacked or
being a hack.
Well, I guess that's what I am, according to Uneasy. I am a hack. But something unfortunate happened to me the other day. I got an email from American Express, and they said that I spent all kinds of money on Dunkin' Donuts. And I went, whoa, no, and that didn't happen. And apparently, which I didn't even know you could do, but I suppose if I thought about it, somebody hacked my Dunkin' Donuts app. I have an app on my phone, and it's linked to a credit card, my American Express card, and they whacked it for about $500, and they bought all of these things in New Jersey. First of all, they spent $348 at some place in New Jersey, and I'm thinking to myself, who spends $348 at Dunkin'? I mean, what do you buy? Like 10 shirts and 4 cups and 3 dozen donuts? I mean, how do you spend $348 at Dunkin'?
It must have been a tour bus going to Atlantic City, and everybody's order went on your credit card.
I got him. So the one good thing is I got 19 free cups of coffee out of it, though, from my Dunkin' Donuts perks. So I freaked out. I immediately removed both of those cards from the app. I had a backup card as well, so I had to cancel that card as well. I called them up, canceled my credit cards, and you know what a pain that is because I've got things that are linked to that automatically deduct from there. So one of them was my Amex account, and the other one was actually my debit card. So I had to cancel, all the things that get debited to my checking account. It was a big pain in the butt. And then this happened on the weekend, so I went to call Dunkin', and Dunkin' isn't open on the weekend. I thought that was a little surprising, but...
You mean the corporate office?
Yeah, the corporate office. Yeah. There was no one there. You couldn't talk to anybody about, someone ripping you. So somebody's on the weekend going around stealing all my money, and I can't do anything about it.
That is unusual.
Yeah, I thought that was
weird.
This
day and age?
Yeah. But in all fairness, I finally contacted them on Monday. I talked to some beautiful woman from Brockton, Mass. She answered the call from her home because Dunkin' Donuts, we had a big snowstorm, and Dunkin' told them, don't go into work today. It's too dangerous. Take the calls from home. So this woman was very nice to me. We got everything straightened out after about literally 90 minutes on the phone. 90 minutes, okay? We got everything straightened out, and we're good to go. I'm all back in business. But that got me to thinking about, all the people that get hacked and what happens out there and how you can try to protect yourself. One previous time from iTunes, somebody apparently got into my iTunes account and was ordering all kinds of games because, you can order games for your iPhone. I don't own an iPhone, so... Clearly, that wasn't me because I couldn't play any of those games, but I went round and round with iTunes a little bit to get that corrected, but I eventually got that cleared up. Anything like that ever happen to you? You ever get hacked or
not to my knowledge,
stolen? Not to your knowledge.
Well, I did open up my one of my Visa accounts and read the balance. It said $3,000. I'm like, I just sent these people $2,000. How is this possible? So I called up and I said, you go through that thing where you can listen to your recent charges.
Yeah.
And it was package store.
Well, that's you.
Big
you.
Y, package store. Package store, you. Package store. Big Y.
You.
Big Y.
You.
Walmart.
You.
Package store.
You.
I said, I suppose when you start adding it up, it sounds about right.
So you weren't hacked. You were just drunk.
Yep. No, I prefer the term pleasantly mellow.
Pleasantly mellow. So pleasantly mellow you didn't remember using it.
Well, you're the one that tells me I call you up and talk for 2 hours and I don't remember the conversation
Folks,
next day.
I will literally, I'm not joking, I will have a 2-hour conversation with him on the phone, and the next day I'll talk to you and you'll start telling me the same thing over again. And I go, I just discussed this with you. No, you didn't. I go, yeah, Sonny, I did. We just had a big conversation about this.
Well, how do you know that's not old age,
you too? I hope not, because you're in deep trouble then. And what's funny is, you call me like 5 times in a row. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah, let's look at your phone log, and you'll see. You'll call me, we'll have a conversation. You say, all right, bud, I'm not going to bother you anymore. And you hang up, and God's honest truth. 2 seconds later, 2 seconds, the phone rings, and I go, yeah. And you go, so I want to tell you about, and you start going on. And I go, Sonny, you just, as some of you may or may not know, I don't remember if I've discussed this on the show or not, but in my business dealings over the years, I had a computer store, Computers Plus, and so I dabbled in computers a little bit, building and repairing.
It was a fine little computer store.
Fine little computer store. So I want to give the listeners out there some hints and some help on how to maybe prevent this from happening to them. First of all, I don't know how they broke into my Dunkin' app. That one I really don't know. I was traveling, however, and I did use my Dunkin' app while traveling, so I don't know. One of the things that I know can happen is I did plug in my laptop to charge at an airport, and I know that if you're not careful, they can steal it through the Wi-Fi. I'm not sure where they got this information, but they managed to get that. So the number one thing is if you're using a cell phone for your things, you want to make sure that you use all the precautions you can. And there's a setting on your phone, and it says public or private. And when you're on a Wi-Fi signal that is public, you want to make sure that you don't go to your bank. Don't enter any information. Don't do any of that stuff. And probably that's what I did. I'm assuming that I used the Wi-Fi at some location and connected to my Dunkin' app, and then somebody picked it up somewhere. It's the only thing I can think of how they got that.
But you understand what assume means.
Yes, it makes an ass out of you and me. I don't know exactly how they did it, but I'm assuming, again, that's how they did it. If you're on a cell phone, you want to make sure that you have the setting correctly. And if you look at your cell phone when you connect to a Wi-Fi, one of the things it asks you, are you public or private? And you want to make sure that you pick the correct setting because it puts in more safeguards. And like I said, if you're on Wi-Fi and it's not your own, then I wouldn't enter any banking information. I wouldn't look at your credit cards. I wouldn't do anything that you're worried about somebody getting into.
You would think that would be just common sense.
Yeah, but sometimes you forget. Well, I don't remember doing it. That's the whole thing. It's just become so commonplace I don't remember doing it. I do know that I stopped at several places while I was traveling at Dunkin'. And I don't remember if I used the Wi-Fi at Dunkin' or if I just used my data. I don't remember how I connected.
Then stay out of the package store.
Dunkin'. See, you go to the Packy, I go to Dunkin'. Most of this stuff is common sense, you would think. So now if you're on a laptop or a computer, and I did take my laptop with me and I did use it, and I thought I was cautious. You want to make sure that you have all the updates on your operating system, your web browser, all of that stuff. You want to make sure you've got the latest updates because there's a new hack out there or a new virus or something that's coming out. You want to make sure that you've updated all of that stuff. Most importantly, you want to make sure that you have a firewall. And you can do this by having a router. If you have cable internet or if you have DSL, which 99% of the public do, you want to make sure you have a router attached to that. So into your house, you have the modem. And the modem is what takes the signal from your provider, which would be DSL, Verizon or whatever, or your cable company, Comcast or Cox or Charter, or whatever that is. And off of that, you want to put up a router. It creates a hardware firewall. And what that means is it's extremely hard for someone to break into your system. Because now when they look at your system, they don't see your computer. They see your router. So if I'm trying to break into, Sonny, I'm trying to break into your computer, and I go in and I look, first thing I'm going to see is your router, and I'm going to think that that's your computer, but I can't get anywhere. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything because your router's stopping me. That's a firewall. One of the things you want to make sure you do on your router is you password protect that, because when it comes by default, every single one either has user or admin as the username and the password. It just comes that way by default. So you want to create a new one. So make a new one, because if I'm trying to hack you and I log in and I type in user and admin as my password and username and I get in, then I can do whatever I want. So you want to make sure you set up a password for that. Next thing you want to do is you want to change your passwords often and make them hard to guess. This is the part where I fail. I typically use the same password over and over again. I've now since changed that, and I'm reluctantly changing that. But this is what I think.
That's I had the same problem, but you just don't remember after a while.
Well, yeah, and then certain places want
makes it so much easier when you can
put in the same password.
Yeah,
yeah, and then every site is different. Well, some people want numbers and letters. They want them mixed. They want numbers in the middle. They want
capitals.
Yeah, all this stuff. So it's becoming difficult. My solution is, and I love this, my laptop has a feature where you can use your fingerprint or you can use a facial recognition. My cell phone has that. All of my banking and my credit card apps all have that. It's a fingerprint, so it's biometric. That's the answer. Everything should be biometric. So that way we don't have to worry about passwords. We don't have to worry about somebody stealing anything unless they steal your finger. I mean, because that way you're secure, and that's the answer. Every product out there should get into biometrics, and there should be, that's how you protect it, and that's how you get into your system. Because this password stuff it's ridiculous. It's just, like you said, you got so many of them, you can't remember them, and then most people write them down. So you write them down either physically at your house, or they have apps for that, where you put all of your passwords into a single app, or some people put them into a Word document. So now if somebody does break in, they've got access to everything because they can see them all listed there. That's the most stupid thing you can do.
That was stupid.
You're right. That was stupid. So next you want to do is you want to purchase or download antivirus software. Avast is the best one that's out there. Believe it or not, I've tried them all, and in my opinion, Avast is best. And you know what the best thing about Avast is, Sonny?
It starts with A?
No. You know what the second best thing is about it?
What?
It's free. You can get Avast for free. It's a full version. It does what it's supposed to do. It stops viruses. You can get the pay version, which does a lot more and put it on multiple computers and does, it's got a lot more bells and whistles to it. But Avast is free. Another good one is AVG, but I would recommend Avast because that's a really good one. Next, you want to install anti-spyware or adware programs on your system. You happen to know what that is?
Not really.
Yeah, I see your eyes starting to glaze over. You have cookies on your computer.
Oreos?
Yeah, there you go. No.
You have to understand, okay? There's a reason why they call them computer geeks, okay? If I've got a problem with my computer, what do?
You call me and spend 2 hours on the phone.
Or I say, can you come up here and fix it?
Yeah.
Because I don't understand any of this crap. I just want to turn it on, use it, and shut it off. And I don't know how many people are like me out there, but there's plenty of
Well,
us.
that's the problem. You can't do that, though, because you're going to get in trouble. So you have to either have...
Well, you got to have some common sense. There's certain things, whether it's a computer or if you're driving a car, there's certain things you just don't do it because it's dumb.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to sit there and use a public Wi-Fi and start going through all my credit cards and all that.
But people do it.
Well, that's dumb.
Yeah, they need to stop. Exactly. Yeah.
You're going to get into that stuff. Make sure you're in a situation where it's a private.
It's no different than somebody looking over your shoulder while you're trying to, if you're at the ATM machine and you're putting in your PIN, you don't want someone standing behind you watching you, right?
I had to actually go into the ATM and stand behind me.
You what? You've had somebody do that?
Yeah, it was one of those when you put your card in, the door opens.
Yeah.
Instead of him staying outside, he comes in and he's leaning on the counter behind me.
I have done that. Well, it depends upon the size of the vestibule where the ATM is. Like, there's one in town, and it's huge. I mean, you could probably put 3 ATMs in there. So it's a big building. And if it's cold out, I will go in and I'll sit, but I stand off to the side. So what you're saying is that I shouldn't do that?
I think that's creepy for one.
Or what I'll do is I'll sit in the car. But what happens is I'll sit in the car and I'll wait to go in, but then people keep walking off. But I go, wait a minute, I'm next. So what malware is it's some type of spyware that's on your computer, and you can type in a password, and it recognizes what you're typing in, and it sends it to that person so they know what you've typed in. Cookies also remember your passwords. They remember what you like at a website, how you like it set up, and they also remember your passwords. Whenever you go onto your computer and you enter a password, that little screen that pops up and says, "Would you like Windows to remember this password?" Know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right. The best thing would be say no, so you have to manually enter it every time, but nobody does that. So when you say yes, that is remembered in a cookie, and you can get a hold of those cookies, and then you know the information. Delete emails from unknown sources. If you ever get an email and you don't know who it is, do not open it. Just delete it. And I can't tell you how many people open emails constantly. I have one friend of high school that I know. He is I won't mention his name, but a friend from high school. He's a state police officer. And his system, and this is, I think, funny because he's a state cop, but his system has a virus or a hack or something on it because I keep getting emails from him saying, go visit this website, go visit this website, go visit that website. And I can tell I've had enough experience, I can tell by how it's set up that it's not him, that it's someone sending out something with his email address on it. So he's got some virus on there, some malware, something on there. Malwarebytes is a program that's also free. So all of this stuff you can get for free to help your computer. But you're right, it does take common sense. Common sense things is what wins the day. And sometimes you can't help it. Like Yahoo just got hacked. Well, actually, I believe it when they're telling us now, but I believe it was in late of 2015. And over 1 billion, folks, that's billion email addresses were hacked. So now somebody out there knows what your email address is. They know your password. They know everything. They could have been monitoring your email for who knows how long. Just like a couple of weeks ago, I mentioned when I went to Vegas and I went to use the business center of the hotel. The person left their email open, and I could see all their stuff, and I was looking at all their stuff. Same thing. They can now.
See that again. That's
stupidity.
You deserve to get what you get.
Yeah. Right, that's stupidity. One of the things that I get a lot of, and you must have get this, is phishing. You get any phishing?
What's phishing?
All right, phishing is when, for example, like Bank of America, if you have an account with Bank of America, you get an account and it'll say something to the effect, your statement is ready, click here to view it. And you click on it, and it goes to what appears to be Bank of America, where you enter your information, and it's really not. Because
See, I don't trust those.
Yeah.
If I see that, I'll go directly to the website.
Exactly. That's what you're supposed to do.
And log in and
Yep.
check that way. But I will never click on an email to go.
Yep. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. See, common sense. That's
And another one, folks. I'm not joking. I'm serious because you all know you do it. Porn sites loaded with viruses.
Yeah.
I mean,
sometimes you go to a site, and it doesn't have to be a porn site, but you go to a site, and it immediately as you go to it, actually I notice this a lot, believe it or not, I get it from Facebook. There'll be an ad on Facebook, and I'll click on the ad to go look at the thing, and it takes me to the site, and immediately my virus thing goes crazy. It tells me that it's hijacked my system, it's done all this stuff.
Yeah, I had that done.
Yeah. The best thing you can do is either shut down the computer,
I reboot.
or X. Hit the X button in the top right-hand corner. There's an X button. Don't ever hit like the close or restart or anything like that. Don't hit anything. Hit the X button and get rid of it. Or if
I've
you
had
want,
them open up though, and you go hit the X button,
and sometimes it doesn't
it
work.
It won't shut. So you have to just.
And then what you can
reboot.
do is you can hit Control Alt Delete all at the same time, and then it comes up and shows you things that are running, and you can shut it down that way. That's another way to shut it down.
And this is another bad one to do. If you're not sure of somebody's website, you're best off typing it as a Google search than just actually typing it in.
That's true.
Because I don't know how many times I made the mistake. I did it with my local bank. I thought it was Country Bank for Savings, which is their official name, countrybankforsavings.com.
Yep.
So that's what I entered in. It took me to, luckily it was another bank.
Right.
But sometimes you end up in a place you don't want to be in.
Right.
And it's too late because you're already locked in.
Right.
But yeah, if you're not sure of it, type it in a Google search and it'll give you the proper.
And look for it, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that I do, and I know that you've laughed at me a couple times about this, is I always enter www.fountainofthought.com. I'll enter the whole address. Nowadays, you don't have to. Half the time it does searches for you, but I don't like that because I like to enter it the way it should be. But that's just me, old school, I guess. But old school pays off. If you're smart and you pay attention and you do what you want to do, you'll stay on top of this. You got to be vigilant. You got to be vigilant in this stuff, and you got to pay attention. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist or a computer geek or whatever, but just a lot of this common sense stuff works. It amazes me the amount of people that get hacked. Now you look at Yahoo, or the DNC, they got hacked. But let's take Yahoo for example. Yahoo gets hacked. Okay, I'm sure they've got security measures in place. If Yahoo can get hacked, we can get hacked. 1 billion email addresses are stolen and all their information. So have you changed you have a Yahoo account, right?
If I do, I don't remember it.
All right, well, I have a Yahoo account and I had to go in and change my password. But how many people haven't gone in and changed their password? Probably very, very few. First of all, did you know Yahoo was hacked?
No, didn't hear about it.
So that's the other thing is people don't know. So you may want to change your passwords a lot. And don't use, if you're going to use Walking Dead 123, don't change your password to Walking Dead 124 and then 125 and then 126. Well, yeah, because they'll get that. Yeah. They'll get to know it. The only answer I have to stop this is biometrics because you need
that is the answer.
You have a password to get in your computer, a password to get here, a password to get there, a password to get there. And in my head, I got to think, I know which one is this one. Okay, no.
Computers today, for an analogy, is like football. You're always going to get someone who's going to get better and better and better and better.
Oh yeah, it's a constant struggle.
As soon as you come up with a way to stop this, somebody else is going to come up with a way to do it this way. So it is a constant struggle. But what you're saying, biometrics would be the answer.
Yeah, and I see it happening. It happens on my laptop. It happens on my cell phone.
You're going to have to show me that because I didn't even know that existed.
Really?
Till today, yeah.
Well, I don't know if your cell phone does it. Does yours? Well, we'll investigate that off mic. So the technology is out there. The technology exists. So why aren't more places using it? I don't know. But that's the answer. It's really because you can't unless you steal somebody's fingerprint or their face or their retina, you're not going to get in. And so that's the answer.
But then again, we're going to have people walking the streets with missing eyes and missing fingers.
Give me that thumb.
You're going to wake up in the morning, you're missing 3 fingers. Don't worry, they'll come up with a way.
They'll come up with a way. Yeah. You're right, they may. And there's probably a hack around that I'm unaware of. But, I will tell you right now, the way to get in is because on every single one of the biometric programs, there's a password backup. So in other words, if I put my thumbprint on it and it doesn't work, and it doesn't work, and it doesn't work, then I have the capability of entering a password. So that's how to get in, because you're back to the password thing again. Enter a PIN number or enter a password. If you eliminated that, then it would be tougher. And I think the problem is the technology is very new and they're not sure that it works that well. So that's why they're leaving you the option to get in through, a PIN number or a password. But I've never had a problem with it. It works every single time. It's really, really good. So just telling you out there, don't click anything you don't want to click. Just be careful of what you do. Don't open any email that came from someone. If your best friend from high school sends you an email and says, hey, check this out, and it's got a link, don't click it. Don't do it. Or if you really have to, if you really want to do it, there is a way to do it I'm not going to get into that. It's because that would be like a whole nother show. But there's a technical way you can do that with virus software. Put you in like a sandbox is what they call it.
Like Outlook Express used to be. You could preview the email and read it without actually opening it.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a way to do that safely. I wouldn't. I never do. I just delete it. The other thing is spam. When you get a lot of spam, most of the play like Comcast, most of the providers now have gotten really good with eliminating the spam, but you still get some. One of the things you got to be careful.
Do you like the original flavor or the bacon flavor?
I like the original.
I like the bacon flavor.
Really? I like the original.
It goes well with eggs in the morning.
Oh. See, how many people like that? Is there a lot? Or
Well, actually, the whole concept of eating it is disgusting, but sometimes you just have to be disgusted.
I like fried spam. Anything to add on the whole hacking and stealing identity?
To be perfectly honest, that was the most boring thing I had to sit through.
Really?
You're lucky I'm still awake.
Well, why didn't you contribute something to make it more enjoyable? You just sit back, you fat, lazy bastard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back right after I trim my toenails.
So, Justin, I was playing that video game Forest Brigade, and it was pretty cool. I was running down this, digital path, and I met this digital frog, and he was all like... Then I went playing in this virtual stream where this water, it looked almost real. It was this whole electronic forest world. So what did you do?
Well, my parents took me to the forest, the real forest, where I was running down this... Well, it was an actual path. Then I saw this real-life frog. It was all like... ribbit, and I saw an owl too. Then I played in this amazing stream with water around my ankles, like wet water. Then me and my sister and my parents sat around a campfire and told cool stories all night long.
Oh, that's pretty cool too.
This weekend, unplug. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
I have never seen anybody trim their toenails with their teeth. That was amazing.
You can't do that?
No.
Oh, I'm good at that. Yeah. Very flexible. I am very, very flexible. So if you're interested in becoming a sponsor of our show, drop us an email at talkfot@gmail.com. That's the site that has not been hacked yet. So that's why we don't have Yahoo. We have Gmail. Go Gmail. All right. I'm not sure if it's going to be a recurring segment, but I have a new game for you. And it's called Guess That Sound.
Okay.
So here's how it's going to work. I am going to play a sound for you. You will get one attempt to rehear that sound. So I'll play it. You can guess what it is. If you want to hear it again, I'll play it one more time. So you'll have two chances to guess that sound. It's pretty simple, right?
What do I win?
My undevoted love.
Wow.
You win bragging rights. You get bragging rights because you can't win and get true or false headlines. So I'm trying to help you out here.
I thought you were just going to offer me those old toenails on the floor.
Oh, do you want those?
Not really.
Good, because I like chewing on them. They're really good. I like the big toe because it's really thick.
Oh, all right, come on.
All right, so that's it. There's no other rules. It's just that simple. Okay,
Gotcha.
So here is number one.
That's a movie opening for it's not the kid running down the dock and jumping in the water. Oh. Play it again. Oh, I'm going to kick myself right in the ass. DreamWorks.
Yes. All right. Good job. All right, here's the next one.
The copper top battery.
Very good. All right, Duracell.
What? Play it again.
All right, here we go.
I have no idea.
What kind of Trekkie are you?
That's a Trek sound?
Yes.
Oh.
That's the console, Sulu's console.
Yeah, but without everything else chattering in the background.
I'm sorry. That's the sound it makes. Those are the buttons.
I know this. One more time. Verizon?
Intel.
Intel. Yes, Intel. Stupid.
All right.
Oh, that's the Enterprise doors.
Yep, very good.
That's from a game show.
Yes.
Oh, one more time. Is that the one with the whammies?
Nope.
I'm going to kick myself in the ass again.
It's the Jeopardy tiles falling into place.
yes.
All right. That's a tough one.
Your doorbell?
Close, but not my doorbell. Someone else's doorbell. I'll play it again for you.
Seinfeld?
No. Enterprise. Star Trek.
Oh,
it's the Enterprise doorbell. When you go to their door and you press the button.
How clever is that for the future?
Annoying too, isn't it? Okay. All right. Here we go.
Law and Order.
Law and Order. Wow. It didn't take you longer to get that one. Good job. All right.
It's a game, video game.
Yeah. Wow, you did that good.
Not Pac-Man, isn't it? Pac-Man?
Pac-Man dying. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Here we go.
I have no idea.
Really? We'll do it one more time.
No, don't know.
Pixar. The little guy jumping the light.
I never really watched Pixar movies.
You never watch any Disney movies?
Not really.
Really?
I don't watch much except my inside of my eyelids. We've been over this.
All right. Here we go. Here's another one.
The Enterprise.
What on the Enterprise?
The when you're looking at the view screen.
That's the view screen. Yeah. All right.
R2-D2.
R2-D2.
Psycho.
All right, we got two left. I know you've heard this a zillion times.
Yeah, for the digital sound or something.
Digital sound. Let's try it again.
Oh, God, I'm going to kick myself in the ass again on this one.
No? You have no idea? Windows XP startup?
Oh, yes, that's right. I heard that before.
All right, here's the last one. I saved this one for the best. This is the hardest one of all of them. You really need to concentrate for this one, okay? And I will play this probably more than twice because it's a tough one.
Again? Your stomach?
Are you serious? That's your guess?
I don't know.
It's your stomach. You're right.
Is it?
Oh, my God. I can't believe you got that.
Did you record it from one of the last shows?
Yes. It was your stomach was making all these gurgling sounds.
Wow.
I can't believe it. Wow.
Okay,
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
I got one for you.
All right. Well, it sounds like a washing machine, but I'm sure that's a trick question. Are you plunging a toilet?
There you go!
Okay.
Interested in your very own shout-out? Let us know at facebook.com/Fountain of Thought, on Twitter at TalkFOT, or email us at talkfot@gmail.com. And you could be rewarded for listening.
All right, so shout-outs going to Frank and Cheryl Woodman from Arlington, Texas, and to Valerie Bigwood from Washington State.
The moment you've been waiting for is finally here. Yes, true or false headlines.
All right. It's the game you hate because you're not good at it.
Yeah, baby.
True or false headlines. Are you ready, Sonny?
Oh, I'm born ready.
Man trying to get high dies after wrapping lips around Harley tailpipe.
That's true.
That is false. I made that up.
You're an asshole.
True or false? Grandparents dress as a witch and demon to abuse child.
That's true.
That is true. Oklahoma City grandmother has pled guilty to abusing her 7-year-old granddaughter in numerous ways, including terrorizing her by dressing as a witch. 51-year-old Geneva Robinson admitted in court that she engaged in several felony counts of abuse on the girl. These include pinching her with pliers, fracturing her pubic bone with a kick, cutting off her hair while she slept, and forcing her to sleep outside with the dogs. This woman's a real piece of work. Robinson was arrested after she took the child to the hospital, claiming she could not control the girl anymore. Police were called because the girl looked malnourished and had burns and bruises all over her body. The victim's ankles had cuts that were infected, and her wrist had the appearance of being bound. Prosecutors said that Robinson engaged in these acts of abuse while dressed as a witch named Nelda. Her 31-year-old boyfriend, Joshua Granger, would wear a demon costume and call himself Kugro. Granger pled guilty to one count of assisting in causing mental injury to the girl. According to court documents, the victim told the counselor that Nelda goes into her grandmother and makes her do mean things. And she said Nelda eats bad kids. Both Robinson and Granger will be sentenced on March 28th. I hope they fry them both. That is just so disgusting.
That's awful.
People today...
But you know what? They'll get some stupid 5 years... penalty and a slap on the wrist. That is absolutely, without
Isn't that
doubt.
horrible? Well, it doesn't go into the whole depths of the thing, but if the grandparents have custody of this girl, where's her parents? What
They must
had to
be
been
real
pretty bad.
beauties.
Exactly, that's my whole point. So, I don't know.
That's a shocker.
I pray for that little girl. Okay, next one. Woman dies after getting stuck in Salvation Army donation box.
True.
That is true.
She was trying to retrieve something and the door collapsed on her, right?
Well, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Or she was trying to steal something out of the box.
Did you know about this? Did you hear about this?
No, but I'm just trying to think how you could get caught in it unless you tried climbing through that door. And
that's what they claim she was doing, yeah.
Oh.
Pennsylvania woman died Sunday morning after her arm got stuck in a clothing donation bin. Excuse me. Leaving her unable to call for help. Judith Permar, P-E-R-M-A-R, Permar, 56 of Mount Carmel, went to a drop-off box in the town of Natalie around 2:30 a.m. Okay, now, what are you doing at 2:30 a.m.? All right, maybe, but that sounds suspicious in itself. Permar was discovered around 8:30 a.m. and pronounced dead at the scene. The engine on her black Hummer was still running, and bags of clothes were scattered near the bin. If you own a Hummer and you need to take clothes out of the bin, you have a problem, a real problem. Coroner's report said she died from blunt force trauma and hypothermia. Her injuries included a broken arm and wrist. She was reaching into the bin when the stepladder she was standing on collapsed.
Oh.
Investigators believe Permar was actually taking items from the bin, and it may not have been the first time. She was fishing bags out, and the ladder she was standing on gave way, said Mount Carmel Police Chief Brian Hollenbush. Back in November, police received a call about a woman in a black Hummer who was taking items from the bin. Hollenbush said he knew Permar, stating she was a nice woman. He admits being surprised when investigators found she was removing items from the clothing bin. The family denies these allegations. It's sad that she passed away, and my sympathy goes out to the family, but I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, true or false? Mexican restaurant's gas leak turns out to be a flatulent customer.
That's a Dennis bullshit again.
That is. Okay. Police allege restaurant lets employees spit in the cops' food. True or false?
I wouldn't doubt it.
That's not an answer. True or false?
True.
You are right. That is true. Jacksonville, Florida residents are surprised over a police memo suggesting a local restaurant lets employees spit in the food of officers. Police Chief Patrick Dooley sent the memo to officers on Monday, urging them to use caution when eating at Cruiser's Grill. The allegations came to light on Monday when officers responded to a report of an alarm going off at the restaurant. According to the police report, restaurant owner Bobby Handmaker admitted setting off the alarm by accident, but asked to speak to the officers before they left. Police said Handmaker told them about how he had been pulled over for an expired tag and was angry that the officer had shoved the flashlight into his face. Handmaker then said he should have gotten a warning instead of a ticket and referred to the officer that pulled him over just as a, quote, fucking bully. When one of the officers told Handmaker he would tell his supervisor about the complaint, the restaurant owner allegedly said he knew his employees had been spitting in the meals of officers for some time. The report also claims that Handmaker yelled, quote, "You are all fucking bullies," as they left. Dooley's memo didn't prohibit officers from going to cruisers, but he wanted to warn them for health and safety reasons. Since the memo, Handmaker admits he had a disagreement with the officers, but insists his employees have never spit in the food of any customer. That just harkens me back to the last one we had about the saliva and the menstrual blood in the burger.
Yeah.
So,
Again, go watch Waiting. If you like this subject, watch Waiting. That'll explain it all.
Yeah, so those are the true or false headlines, and you still got one correct, so we're still not waiting for that perfect season, that just perfect Miami Dolphins season. It's kind of like the Patriots with their perfect season. You were one away! You were one away!
Because of one stupid lucky catch.
All right.
Oh, the pain.
You bubble-headed booby.
Bubble-headed booby.
It's time to dig deep. That only means one thing. It's time for questions from my side.
All right, digging really deep. And first question is, when you were growing up, what did you want to do? What did you want to do? When I was growing up, I had a couple of things.
Well, what age are we talking here?
It doesn't say. It says when you were growing up.
Okay. Well, like very young, it was always an astronaut.
That was mine too.
Well, yeah, because we watched
the $6 Million Man.
We watched science fiction, and that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah. I wanted to be an astronaut, and then I wanted I wanted to run the dump. I kid you not, the town dump. I wanted to run the town dump.
Well, in that case, why don't you clean out my van?
Yeah. And then after that, I wanted to be a DJ. Those are all growing up. Those are the three things that I wanted to do, and never really wanted to do anything else.
I had no idea what I wanted to do, especially when I got in high school. I ended up following the family tradition of going in the service, but I got medically discharged. And when I got home, I don't know how it happened, but that's how I ended up in a rock band.
Yeah.
I did that for 7 years, and then I did DJing for over 25 years.
Yeah.
But they weren't stuff I was going to pick.
Those
just happened for me.
Those are my picks. High school, I went to college, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do in college. I took general business, but that's just because I didn't know. I didn't know what I really wanted. I went to Connecticut School of Broadcasting, and the day I got accepted there was like I was so excited and so happy. That's it. Those are the only things that I wanted to do.
Did you attend there?
No, I did go.
Yeah, I went down and they accepted me too, but I didn't attend.
Yeah, I didn't have the money. That was my problem.
I didn't have the money. Plus, I didn't want to put up with the drive.
Yeah, I didn't have the money. No.
But I went in there and I floored them with this disc jockey voice.
Yes. I remember. I still have them somewhere. They give you a script to read.
Yes.
A newscast, and you had to read the script, and I still have that somewhere. But no, that was in my older youth. That was my goal, was to be a DJ, and I did it. I mobile DJ, radio DJ. Of course, I wasn't hugely successful as a radio DJ, but I did it, and it was something that I wanted to do.
And you went as far as having a fake radio station on your plates on your car?
WMRX FM.
And a press pass on the windshield.
I did have a press pass.
And
but
you were able to get into things.
I did. But that was because that was legit, though. International freelance photographers. I was into photography.
Yeah.
And that was a legit press pass. Yeah.
But between the plates and the press pass, you had no problem.
No. WMRX FM. We're giving you the best because we are the best. Yes. Yeah. It started. I actually started in my basement. I would make these tapes for everyone at school. I'd make these cassette tapes, and I started it. It was actually WPRO. We're a pro at what we do, and then I found out that was an actual radio station, so I had to nix it. And how I came up with WMRX, because at the time
you were using MRX tapes.
Memorex. I was using Memorex tapes. Yeah. So that's.
You never told me about the PRO.
Yeah.
Wow.
Originally, it was WPRO, but that's in Providence, Rhode Island. It's a radio station.
Wow.
So I had to change it. I changed it to WMRX, and there was no and there still is no WMRX. So, and I actually went as far as registering with I have an FC, and I still have it because it's good for life. I have an FCC broadcast license. I can broadcast according to the FCC, and I had to get this when I was working at the radio station because I actually had to open and close the radio station, turn it on, turn it off, do all kinds of stuff like that. You know, had to have a license to do that. So that was the one good thing is I applied for a license and I got a license from the FCC. But that was I don't know. Would I like to be on the radio? Well, maybe that's kind of probably why I'm doing a podcast because it's kind of very similar. But those are the things that I wanted all my life. I really never wanted anything. I mean, obviously my path took me different ways, but it's where I am. Yeah.
Interesting.
So astronaut, and then that was it. That was your
astronaut, and then I wanted to go in the Navy, and when that didn't work out, I just came home and
just where life took you is where you ended up.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next one is okay. What is your favorite meal?
My favorite meal by far is definitely any type of pasta dish.
All right. We need to stop. I need to go first from now on.
Why? That's yours too?
Yeah, spaghetti.
That's why we're friends.
Spaghetti. If I had to pick a one all-time favorite, it would be spaghetti. Yes. That's my favorite.
It's so filling and it's so good.
I love spaghetti,
and I like it with
some
anything.
Garlic bread.
I like Italian sauce. I like linguine and clam sauce. I like shrimp
I don't like
scampi.
clams, but
I love it all. If it's got pasta and beef stroganoff.
Yeah. I got to tell you, yeah, okay. All right, if you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
If I could have dinner with
anybody,
this is a tough
one.
I'd have to say Sheena Easton.
Really?
I'm
torn between a couple. There's just so many great answers that are out there that I could pick.
Jonah Hill, right?
Oh man, you and I are so much alike. No, it would not be Sheena Easton. It would not be Jonah Hill. And I'm gonna get hate mail on this. I know.
Donald Trump.
I would really love to sit down with Donald Trump. I really would.
Coming.
Donald Trump is one. If I had more, if I had like three, and one of them would be my grandfather who's passed, I would love to sit down again and just talk with him. And I guess the third one would have to go. It'd have to go way back in time, and I'd probably like to talk to President Kennedy.
Well, if you're going that particular route,
well, you can go anyway. It doesn't say.
I know. I was thinking, I was thinking about
tell you what,
a dinner date type thing.
Right.
So that's why I went with that.
All right.
If it's go ahead.
Let's go one dead person, one alive person.
Well, if I wanted to sit down for educational purposes, like you were just saying,
yeah,
I would love to sit down with the Earps and Doc Holliday.
Ooh,
because I would love to know what really happened. Because it's so.
Yeah. Okay, so they're the dead people.
Yep.
And alive would be Sheena E.
Well, Sheena Easton, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick.
I'm going to go with Donald Trump for alive, and for dead, I'd still think that I'd pick Kennedy. I think.
Well, then again, Bill Belichick would be boring because
every question you
ask, he'd say, "I'm sorry, we're on to San Diego."
Yeah,
sorry, we're on to Oakland.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We love you, Bill.
Yep.
Okay, Dennis, I got your first movie quote of the week.
Okay.
I'm giving up on the dirty jokes, and we're going to go more educational here.
Educational.
We're going to educate you.
We're going to educate me.
We're going to edumacate you.
Edumacate me.
On movie quotes.
Okay, so what I have to guess.
What you have to do is you have to give me the movie and the character or actor who said it.
Do I get like half right if I only get half of it, or
sure? I'll give you half right.
Okay, all right.
Because half right still spells up nothing.
What do I win?
What do you win?
Yeah,
my devotion for life.
All right, bring it on, brother.
Here we go.
Okay.
I fart in your general direction.
I get nothing. Let me hear it one more time, please.
I fart in your general direction.
You giving up?
I've given up. Yeah. I was kind of hoping for some clues here.
Some clues, okay.
Some clues.
Oh, let's see, clues. They're English.
Well, the first thing that pops to mind, and I'm sure this isn't it. It sounds like it could come from Austin Powers, but I don't think that's
No.
it. Yeah.
No, I mean, listen to quality.
I fart in your general direction.
And so, I don't know. I don't have a guess. I'm sorry.
The movie was set in Excalibur time.
Oh, is it a Monty Python movie?
Yes, it is.
We played it at the theater too.
Oh my God! You played this on Classic Thursday.
Yes.
You can't remember this?
Yes.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
With the coconut shells
Yes.
clapping. Yes.
Yes.
Oh God. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Very good. Very good. Yes.
I don't remember which one.
It was the Taunting
It wasn't
Guard.
John Cleese, so
No,
I don't.
It was it was a character called the Taunting Guard.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So
All right. So I get credit for the win.
no, you don't.
Yeah.
No, I had to talk you.
You
through
helped
it.
me.
Yeah,
but I still guessed it.
That just goes to prove that you're just as much of a loser as I am.
No,
To
I
your
guessed
games.
it. No, I guessed it.
No, you didn't guess it.
Did I not guess it?
No, you did not.
Did you tell me the answer? No.
I know you are. What am I?
I win.
No, you don't.
I win. You lose. I
You
win.
lose.
All right.
Nope.
You dope.
Oh, are you ready?
Sonny's pet peeve.
Of the week.
Today's pet peeve is this. You know when you go out and you buy frozen foods or, say, yogurt or anything prepared that you're going to eat right out of the container?
Okay.
You follow me so far? You're not going to take
Food-
it out and put it into a dish. You're
All
going
right,
to just...
prepared food that you eat out
Yeah,
of
like
the
a
container.
frozen dinner, you put it in, you eat it right out
Okay,
of it. Okay,
gotcha.
that kind of thing.
Yep.
My pet peeve is, why do they have to put friggin' stupid little angles and little lips in the bottom and everything where you got to get all that food gets caught in the little crevices in the corner? Why can't it just be smooth across the bottom so you can just nicely scrape all that luscious food out of there? Did you ever pick up a yogurt and, oh my God, I have a nervous breakdown trying to get the rest of it out of the bottom?
I don't think rest of America has quite the same
Well,
problem.
you better start having a problem with this because it's a problem.
Do you use a spoon or a fork to eat your yogurt?
Sometimes I got to use my bare hands just to wipe through the crevices and stuff.
Maybe we don't care about that last little bit that's in there.
So that's my pet peeve.
Wow. Okay.
You forgot another promo today.
What promo did I forget?
Joe Buck sucks.
JoeBuckSucks.com. Coming to the internet near you. Reminding everyone to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fountain of Thought. Tweet us at TalkFOT or email us at talkfot@gmail.com. Signing off for this week. And remember, be a fountain,
Not a drain.